All right, we are out feeding all the piggies today. So here is our Kune Kunes, and they are getting bigger, which is nice, which is good. They are much slower at growing. They're more of a lard pig, and you keep them for a much longer period of time, but they're smaller and they don't root as much. Now this is my back garden, and they have done a really good job of eliminating everything except for my dead bean stalks on the fallen over trellis that we will have to fix in, you know, another month or two. And then but I was noticing how much they what if they rooted or not, because we were like, oh my gosh, they're not supposed to root, but they just really kind of trampled everything and kind of dug stuff up, but they didn't really like root, like, so they wouldn't be able to take out a whole entire tree. Then over here where we have our other heritage pigs, the breeders, that they're much bigger, and there's a couple different mix of them anyways, but over here you'll see that they definitely root, and everything is much more dug up. And it is springtime, so it is mucky, and it just keeps getting 60, and then we get 5 inches of snow, and then it happens over and over. But you can tell, like, they are taking out the actual tree trunks and stuff like that, so they definitely are rooters because they have a longer snout, and that's kind of like their job. That's their thing. You keep them a lot less time, they get a lot bigger, but they do definitely take out your you know, whatever you put them in, they will go ahead and destroy it. And so the Kune Kunes have done a really good job of fertilizing the back garden, so I'm excited they'll be able to move over to this big area here, because the other ones are going in May, and then I'll be planting this back garden, so we'll be switching them around. But they don't have to go far, and they are bucket trained, so they'll pretty much just follow us across the pathway to get them into their new little spot. And they're going to go ahead and tip their bucket. Hey guys, dinner time. Alright, so I've talked about in previous videos about how we were going to overwinter our piglets this year. And so here is the pig pen area that we secured off a little more, because we're in northern Michigan. We usually get about 180 inches of snow each year. And this year we have only gotten half, and we were at the beginning of March. Certainly there's probably more to come, but it won't accumulate to that. So anyways, we thought typically when it has a really rough winter, we would close the gate off that you see over there, and then we would be able to, you know, they would be secured in here. We gave really good poles here. We secured everything in just in case there was a lot of snow, because typically what we have is this type of setup. It's just like a foot off the ground, and it usually gets covered with snow, and those yellow things break. And so there are 3 acres that they could, you know, escape from, right? That we give them 3 acres that they can go and root into. But so we had this built for them this year in case the snow was crazy. The snow did not get that crazy. We never shut the gate, so they kind of pretty much been able to just kind of forage and be natural animals all winter long. And we raise them organically on USDA organic feed, and they've just had this great life. And they just, it's just been such a blessing to be able to give them such a great life all these years with different pig sets that we've had come in. And then having the piglets that were born here last year was an unexpected thing. Typically we don't get pregnant piggies, but this year or I guess technically last year we did. So we just kind of are, you know, we went with the flow, and now we got to raise piglets, and that was really fun. And, you know, I've got that blondie one that's always with me that loves to get cuddled. So it's been kind of fun. So anyways, the chickens are out here finding some scratch, which is awesome. They're quite far away from their normal area, but that's great to see them out here picking up other things, and, you know, going through the poop and picking out stuff too, right? That's kind of what they do. That's what they're good. That's what they're made for, right? Anyway, so here's the overwintered coop. muddy, but inside there's dry. They've had plenty of delicious organic straw, and so it's been great. It's been a great winter for them, and they've been pretty lucky actually. So it held up really good. I feel like it didn't get quite the test that a typical winter around here would, but that's okay. I can tell that it's probably going to do a really good job anyway. So there's the piglet update.